I look fly, I look good. Touch my swag, wish you could. Yo, hey, what's up, everybody? It is your boy Brandon, and I am bringing you a cool little PSA today. So I've been getting so many messages from people on my social media asking about flash, beginning flash. People are trying to get into flash photography. People is asking like, how do you get these shots? If I'm getting into flash photography, what's the best flash to get? How do I start off? What do I need to get? What's everything that I need to get started in flash photography? Well, I am going to help you with that today on today's episode. You are a beginner photographer. You've been doing a few natural light shots, trying to get your mojo, trying to learn your equipment, trying to learn this photography thing, right? So you feel like you got a good handle on things, and now you want to up your game. Okay, now you want to jump into creativity. Now you want to actually see, try to create some nice, beautiful images, and try to do some things with your photography. So what's the best way to boost your photography, boost your creativity, really make your mind just wander and try to create things? Well, the best thing for you to do is to get into flash. All right, nothing against natural light photographers. It is what it is. I just believe that more creativity, more fun, more challenges comes from doing flash photography. Whether you're doing it in a studio, whether you're doing it on location, flash is the way to go. Flash is where your images really pop. It's where your creativity really goes, because you can go from one light setup to two light to three light to color gels to just really creating. So what do you do when you want to get into flash photography? Well, I will go through a few flashes with you. I'm going to give you my opinion on what the most versatile flash on the market still is to today, and while I think this is the best beginner's setup for you guys. Now, these are going to be all Evolve slash Godox flashes. I do not deal with Bronze Color. I don't deal with Ellen Chrome. I don't deal with Westcott. And the other flash companies. I like the flashes from Godox slash Flashpoint. So, for you guys that don't know, Godox is the mother company of Godox, and Flashpoint was rebranded by Adorama to sell it in the United States. Adorama is the sole proprietor of the sales for Godox slash Flashpoint flash equipment in the United States, and that's basically where I use. They have amazing customer service. I don't like buying Godox because a lot of times if you have any problems with your flash, you have to go through Godox, which is overseas, and I'm not trying to go through that. Adorama does an amazing job with their flashes, and that's who I go through. And they are cheaper than the competition, and still outputs the great amount of immense light that any other flash can do. So, what is the most versatile? Well, actually, I'll tell you what. Let's go through a few of the flashes. So, currently, the main, and I'm just speaking really from an on-location photographer standpoint of view. All right, I'm not speaking really from studio, because there's really cheaper flashes that you can get for studio lighting and stuff like that. I'm speaking to you directly from a on-location photographer standpoint of view. Okay, you want to go outside, you want to fight the elements, you want to create, you want to jump in some swimming pools and some beaches, warehouses, and all kind of stuff. You want to do some creative stuff. A few flashes that people use right now. We have the big boy. Well, actually, they have a bigger boy, which is the 1200 Explorer 1200, but we're not going there. I'm not going to encourage you to go buy the 1200 watt flash. So they have the Explorer 600, they have the Explorer 400, they have the Explorer 300, and we have the Explorer 200. These are all 2, 3, 4, 600 watts of power. All right, the power of your flashes. If you are a new photographer and you're starting off and you've been trying to rack your head around what flash to get, should you get a powerful flash? Should you get something smaller? I'm going to tell you what I feel that you should get, what I think your go-to setup should be, especially when you're starting off in flash photography. I think that you should get the most versatile flash right now, still on the planet till this day, which is the Evolve 200. It's not 8200 because AD is Godox. It's the Evolve 200. The Evolve 200 is a very small, compact flash. It's 200 watts of power, and it is absolutely amazing. It is very versatile. Use it as a single if you're going out doing kind of like a cloudy, not really a really sunny day, because it's going to be really hard for you to overpower the sun with just one Evolve 200 watt flash. But it is still the most versatile flash on the market, because you can now use two of them or get two flashes and use the ADB2 adapter for a total of 400 watts of power, which is more than enough to overpower the sun during the sun at its actually at its peak. I've done it several times before. And that is absolutely incredible. A Bowens mount, so you can mount your Bowens mount adapter, mount your modifiers to it, and be able to really get some absolutely incredible shots. Now, the reason why I say the Evolve 200 is still the most versatile flash on the planet, because you can break them apart when you actually learn flash, when you actually learn how light behaves. Instead of buying another flash, you can actually break them apart, or separate them off the adapter and start to practice two light setups. Whether you have a main light and a rim light, whether you have a main light and a hair light, main light and a key light, fill light, whatever your case may be, it will allow you to really start to educate yourself on how to set up 2 and 3 and 4 light setups. It's powerful enough outside, and it also will help educate you in becoming a better photographer when you're ready to learn additional flashes and additional setups. You can take them apart. You can add color gels to each one. You can do some amazing, incredible things that you cannot do with other flashes. So why would I get the Evolve 200 over, say, the 600? Why don't I recommend you get the 600 watt strobe? Well, the Evolve 200 with the ADB2 adapter wasn't out when we first got the Explorer 600. The Explorer 600 is an absolutely incredible flash. It's heavier, but it's 600 watts of power, and it allows you to do other things that the Evolve 200 cannot do. However, one of those things that I like to do is to put a reflector on the 600, set it up really far away, and actually throw light at the model, depending on your setup and depending on what kind of look you're going for. There's just one of those other techniques about on-location photography and off-camera flash that you will learn as you go through. But with 600 watts of power, I'm able to throw flash. I'm able to back my light up a little bit out of frame and still get enough power to the model to a point to where I don't have to worry about a lot of that. So they all have their versatilities. They all have their pros and their cons. But starting off, I would definitely go with the Evolve 200s. And then later on, when you're ready to add more flash, I would definitely add a more powerful flash with the Explorer 600. But I think you will have more fun. I think you will be able to educate yourself more and actually learn flash a lot more going with the 200 starting off than the 600, since there's only one light, and you can do a lot more with the 8200s or Evolve 200s than you can with the Explorer 600. I would not go really with the Explorer 400, for the price point. It's still about $640 something brand new versus, about $150, from the Explorer 600. But you can get the Evolve 200s on sale for about $299, and you can get two of them for the price of a 400. I mean, it's a lot of different things. Now, it is a little bit lighter than the Explorer 600, but starting off, we're talking about new flash photographers. Starting off, I don't think that that's the way that you need to go. All right, not to educate yourself and you want learn things like the how light behaves, and learning things like the inverse square law and things like that you need to understand when you're getting to flash photography. I don't think going with the 400 is a good idea. I don't think going with the Explorer 300 also is a good idea. The reason for that is it is just probably about a half stop brighter than the Explorer 200. It's just as small, it's just as compact. But again, for the price point at $499, $500, you can save yourself about 150, 200, because the Evolve 200 is $299. You can save yourself about $200 and just get another 200 for 400 watts of power, and you're still at that price point. You're still doing this whole back and forth with money and setting up. And again, we're talking about new photographers. We're talking about new people who are getting into flash, some of the things that you should do, some of the things you need to look out for, and how to help and educate yourself in photography. So bottom line is, if you're into this thing, if you're getting into this, I would definitely say go with the Evolve 200s. I would definitely say get two of them with the ADB2 adapter. Keep those for a minute, set them up, start to learn flash, start to understand the inverse square law, how light behaves, break them apart, challenge yourself, do some different type of lighting setups, and I would definitely go that route. I will also encourage you to get a C-stand. All right, a C-stand with the 3 legs, and it helps you. It helps hold that weight instead of just a regular like cowboy stand or another stand that's gonna damage your equipment. So if you're going to invest, definitely get a good stand. All right, you definitely need to get a good light stand for your flashes, so you can set them up and be comfortable with your flashes sitting on your stand. So definitely grab a C-stand. And for the modifiers, a lot of people always ask me, what's a good modifier? If I'm getting into flash, what is the best modifier to get starting off? Okay, there's one modifier that I think will hit all the areas for you starting off. It's not big, it's not too big, it's not too small, and it's it's soft. I would say definitely go with the Glow Easy Lock 36-inch softbox. Okay, the 36-inch softbox is the cream. It's that perfect balance in modifying, because you got to remember, putting that type of modifier on a 200-watt strobe, when that light, depending on the baffles or depending on the diffuser that you have with your modifier that's on there, when that light comes out and when it's projected through that softbox, you got to remember that that light is being cut by those baffles. It's being cut by those diffusion panels to soften the light as it comes out and hits your model. So you have to remember that you don't want a softbox that's too big, because that light has to fill up that softbox and then it has to come out, and by the time it exits that softbox and gets to your model, it has lost a lot of light. And that's when you're going to be like, man, I should have got a more powerful light because I can't use anything else. So with two 200-watt strobes, putting it in a 36-inch softbox, you'll be perfect. But even using one of them will set you up fine. It's a softbox. It is not a beauty dish. I don't recommend you really start off with a beauty dish, because you're going to have to learn what the difference is between a beauty dish and a softbox, and that contouring, that contrast look that beauty dish gives you. As a beginning photographer, I don't think that's the way that you should go. All right, I think if you're going to get started in this, I think you should get a softbox that is going to do a good wrap around your model. I think you should get a softbox that's going to be big enough to cover your model, really from kind of like head to toe, depending on how you have the flash and the modifier set up. But something that's going to be soft, that's going to be pleasing, and something that's going to get you the flash and the look that you need. And also something that is not going to cut your light too much before it actually exits the softbox. So that 36-inch softbox is the perfect balance. And if anybody hasn't explained it to you, I just did in so many words on why the 36-inch is the perfect start off softbox for you. I don't recommend a beauty dish. I don't recommend something like a 25, because a 25-inch really does not gather. It is not big enough, and it doesn't have the a large enough circumference to really shadow your model and to really cover them how they need to be covered when you're trying to actually understand off-camera flash. So I wouldn't recommend going with a 20, 25 or anything lower than like a 32 or 36 or something like that. That's the perfect balance. So that's my 2 cents for you guys. So go out, grab a 36-inch, get you guys a C-stand, go out and grab those 200s in that adapter and get started with some real off-camera flash. And then when you're ready, when you feel like you've gotten in this game and when you feel like you understand flash and how flash behaves, when you understand how light falls off, and when you start to understand the inverse square law, then I will highly recommend you guys go out and either add more flashes, add a bigger flash, and start to get creative, start to do some different techniques, start to hide flashes, you know, in the grass and with some color. And I mean, flash photography, I mean, there's just no limit to what we can do with off-camera flash. So that's my 2 cents, guys. I hope this really helped you new people who are getting into flash photography, and I'm sorry that I've been short on like my social media trying to explain that to you guys who are new to this, but hopefully this helps you. So remember to comment, like, and subscribe. All the links for everything will be in the comment section below, guys. Please use the links. Go out, get you guys the right flashes that you need, and I'm going to try to do some more of these 101 talking just explanation videos on why we use what we use, why I recommend these things to you, so you guys can go out and get it. All right, that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Holla, peace, I'm out.